Hello, today we are on the painting tutorial of how to paint this Goku, and we will start it after I put all the colors and clean this part. Obviously in this video I don't put the part when I use the stylograph, and yeah, that is only on out camera, and we will start with the body and the face with the skin. We only need to this part a pencil, a very clear pencil for the divide the shadows, and yeah, continue. With the pencil, very soft, I will put the shadows like this to have a good result of painting. And if you listen some noises, sorry for that, but yeah, I can control it. We are drawing the shadow very soft. It's like logo, and yeah, like this. For this part, we need to do a triangle of shadow like this, and for this part another little triangle like this, and I feel this one is like for this part, and yeah, and for this part we need to do like this line and this line. The line of this to do some divisions, and yeah, like this, and another triangle for the part. We have already the shadows. We need to use a brown color and a little bit dark to start this part, and marking this ear shadow and painting it. We don't need to use like some base of color, because the Dragon Ball style is not like that, and the nose the same color, a little bit dark like this, and on this triangle. Let me check some parts. Yeah, this part, and I need to erase some parts. We don't need to paint. No, we need to paint. Yeah, continue. Because we need to do some combinations for the next color. We need to use peach color from base color, and yeah, from this part only, because we need to mix that with this other color. Like this, and we need to paint softly, not like this first part. And on this part we need to mark that. And yeah, paint softly on circles, yeah. The drum style is like that. Is the shadows change very easy. And I will pass another time the peach color of this part, and yeah, we have already this part. I need to paint this part and this part because it's peach color. Like this, and continue with this one. We need to paint this part, yeah, like this second part, make this combination. And yeah, we have already this part, and we only miss this part, like this, and paint that like this. And finally we need to erase some parts, the rest of the parts, because that the part is like in white color. I will paint this part fastest and erase this part. I can't know the lights I need to put and the lights I don't need to put. And yeah, like this. This technique is easy to do because you know the light. And yeah, we have the face already, and continue with the eyes. We only need to use a very light gray color from the eyebrows, and past for this part, a strong part, and this part another strong, and the eyes is like that, paint all with gray color. Yeah, we have already the eyes, and the body is the next difficult thing to do because it's big. You need to mark the shadows. And we this part like this. I don't know which part it's that. Then yeah, this part is like this. On this part we need to do this, and on the middle like in a circle. For this part we need to like open that, and this part the same thing like this, and for this part like this and like this. I think we need to continue with these ones because we will confused. And yeah, it starts for this part and making like a tight line with the brown color, pushing that, and the next one need to make the combination, pass a little bit of the normal of the brown, very simple, and no, the peach color, and after that the brown color, and make the combination. The rest of this part paint with this one, with the peach color. And from this part we need to do like push the brown color and add from this part the peach color, and like that, and yeah, and from this part we need to push that, and yeah, we have all this part, and in the middle the circle is a bright light, and the rest is the peach color, like this. And yeah, we have already this part. Continue with this part. On this part of the base is like a little triangle, pass the really simple color like this, and make a combination with these ones like this, and yeah, we have already this part, and this one is light one, and pass that very soft, and make a combination. For on this part we need to make a triangle because it's light, and for this part we need to do then another triangle, and this triangle like this, and on this triangle we need to, I will pass at first the brown color very soft, and on this part we need to paint that with the peach color. This internal part is also peach color, I will paint that, and this one is very soft, plus the peach color. Like this, and from this part we need to do like the same, and mix that with the peach color. And let me check some shadows. We only need to put some like dark shadows and continue. This one is the dark one, and we need to push that. And for this part we need to do like an oval, kind of oval like this. And yeah, in this part we need to do some lines like this. And no, because this one is like this one, like this, and yeah, make another triangle for this part and close that like this. I need to make this shadow very well because it's important. And this part like this, and make a connection like this. We have already this part, and this part we need to this one and this one like this. And this whole part is the shadows. I need to do these ones, and yeah, for this part we need to do like some triangles to make some difference. And yeah, we have already this part. I will paint this part for more easy because it's very tight line like this. And for this part another white color I will paint it. Yeah, the painted parts is only the white color. We don't need to paint that, only to make difference. After that we need to erase that part, and for this part we need to do like this one like this, and this one is like I don't know how to say this figure, but yeah, like this, and on this part is like this. I'm painting that very easy. And for this part we need to do like another color like this, and this one is the shadow that needs to put on this part like this, and this part like this one, and like this, and this part needs to do this one like this. And this one is like another white part, and between this part we need to do this other part paint that. Let me check if we miss some parts. Yeah, continue with the abs and after the body. You need to some lines from this part to this part, because like this, and this one like this, making, yeah, like this, and I will erase this part. On this part we need to like this, and like this. This one is full shadow. Yeah, this part only need to make this right part. On this part we need to go like this one, like this, and yeah, we have this part another right part, and this one another one like this, and yeah, we have already like the shadows and the white one obviously, because the other ones it's not painted. Yeah, we need to continue with the arm, but the arm don't have some white parts, only some parts. It's very small. On this arm they have some ones like that, like this. On this part we need to like this, and for this part we need to like a triangle A, and this part, yeah, this part like this. On this part we need to paint that, and yeah, we don't miss some parts like this. And yeah, we missed the ear on this part, and we need to paint all this part and internal part like this. And yeah, I will pass a little bit more this brown color to have a better result. Yeah, like this. And continue doing the darkness one, and yeah, let me check the darkness ones. It's like this one. Yeah, we have this one, and in this part we need to another one like this, and continue with the pectoral. From this need to make another triangle and push that on this internal part. We need to another triangle like this, and push that obviously on this internal part. I will like draw it at first, and after I push the color on the pack. From this part is like this, and we have on this part another one like this. In this part of top we need to like a triangle and close that like this. Like this, and from this part we need to do yeah, I will pass this part to make another triangle like this, and this one not need to paint that, and yeah, this part we need to maybe paint that, and let me check this. This is the internal part. Yeah, this one is like this, and no, like this one, and paint that like this, and paint all this part. I need to move the book. Push on this part and this other part, and this one. Like this. On this part I will need to make that more big, and yeah, making more natural. If you look like I don't know how to paint, it's because I don't painted some years, and that make me not perfect on painting and space. And from this part we need to do like this and paint on this part. like this. On this part we need to paint this one and this medium part like this and paint that. Let me check if I miss some part. On this part we need to make the arm and yeah, we have some difference and this part like this and yeah, we have already this part. Yeah, we have already this part and continue with the abs. And this top part. And on this part we need to do the dorsal. On this medium part we need to do like this one like this and on this part like this needs to do let me do this part and continue like this and on this part we need to do this one and this other one like this. We have already this part, but we miss some parts for this one part and this one. From this medium part we need to do this one and yeah, we can continue with the other arm. Recording, yeah. And for this part we need to do some lines like this and paint that carefully like this and this one like this and like this. Yeah, we need to paint like this. Very hard to paint that. If you want to remove darkness, uh, how to say darkness, uh, shadows, you can use a black color. And mark this line only. And these other ones, but I will put the line like this one, like this, and yeah, we have already the arms and the biceps and all these parts. We continue with the punch. And this internal part is obviously with dark color, and this part is like also. From this part we need to these ones like this, and continue with this one. Like this, and this part we need to do like this, and this like this, and paint this internal part. And paint this line like this. Yeah, we have already these dark shadows, and continue with this part. Only make on this line and this line between this part we need to these other ones, and yeah, we already do the dark one, and I will pass a peach color on the parts we need to paint. And yeah, I will start with the arm, and this one, and continue painting in circles. Like this, and we continue with these other ones, and yeah, from this part to this part we need to do this one like this, and from this part we need to get another one from this part, and this internal part we need to do this one like this, and this other part we need to this one like this, and this internal part we need to like this one, and this one like this, and yeah, we have already this part. And we continue with the hand, and yeah, it's easy to these things. And I will pass this other color all this part like this, and erase the pencil color like this, and this one, and yeah, we have already the, the left part, and continue with the rest of parts. In this part we need to use this color and this one like this, pass this color on this part, and yeah, we have already this part, continue in this part, and yeah, we'll need to paint all this part and this part, and on this part we need to paint that like that, and from this part we need to paint that like this one like that, and yeah, we have already this part. We continue with this other part and make this one like strongest, and continue with this part. We need to paint all these back, and yeah, and with these other ones paint all the back, but these lines we don't need to paint that, because this one is like the internal part of this one, and these other ones is also the parts, and yeah, we need to make some difference. Like paint on circles, and yeah, we have already this part. It look like very dark, but it's the draw like that, and with these other ones we need to make the apps, and continue doing that. From this part we need to this other one like this, paint that like in circles, and from this part we need to also paint that. From this part we need to paint like clearly, and this other part like this, this. And yeah, we have already this part. Like this, and yeah, we only needs to mark this part and these other ones like this. It look very good. And continue painting all this part, but first the neck and after the pectoral. Like this, you need to paint that only from this part. And yeah, we need to paint. Don't need to paint this part, only with this color, with the peach color. And I will pass this one like another one time. And yeah, we have already this part. Continue with the picture. We need to paint all this back, but the colors not need to paint the pencil. Like this, we need to paint softly the picture. On camera, the draws like look like very different, but on real life, the how to say these ones look very good. The draw and yeah, be patient of this draw. And we can't continue. And I will pass this color like softly and on circles, and I think I need to pass another time this one like this and this. And yeah, we have already this part. We need to erase this part and this part for some lights, and paint this part also. Let me paint this part like better and eraser that part like better. And yeah, we have already the picture. We'll continue on this part. With the apps. Let me check the things I need to do and continue. Let me erase this part and this part and this part, because I will paint everyone like this one and this one. So yeah, we have already need to erase this part and continue. This part is also a white part, and continue paint all the drum with this color. like this, and continue with the shadows. On this part we need to paint this part. From this part we need to paint like until this part and this part, to paint like softly this part like this, and we need to continue with this other part like this, paint that softly. And continue, but I will pass the color another time, and yeah, we can continue doing the arm. This circle, it's only the peach color from this part, and yeah, we have already that part, and in this lens I will mark that with the brown color and continue. This one is like a peach color, and I paint that like this and pass carefully the brown color to make some difference. And I will erase this white part. I will repaint it because I will put that like shadow on this part like this, and yeah, we have already this part. Yeah, we have already this part, and I will erase this one because it's also black part. Like this, and continue all this part with the same color. We need to continue with the dark part because we need to do it. And this part is like peach color. This other part is the light color, and yeah, like this, and in this internal part I will paint that with this color and softly this part like this, making some differences. And on this rest of the shoulder I need to erase these ones and make these ones like this, and yeah, we have already this part. And yeah, we continue with the rest of the light shadows and continue. like this one, this one like this, this one like this. From this part we need to like the other shadow, and this part another one like this. From this part we need to like this one and this one like this. Let me check. This one is another part and this another part. And yeah, only these internal parts is like this no, yeah, this internal part, this color I already painted this part, but it's the same color. And pass the light color and continue. From this part we need to another ones like this and other ones like this, and pass the color lightly. Continue with this part, it's the same part because it's like a shadow like this, and this part needs also, and this part. The rest of the parts is the same peach color, but I'm erasing the red color to put the shadow like this. If no, we can look, I will erase that, and this part like this, and on this part is another one, and like this. Like this. Continue with the rest of the parts. I only need to paint all the punch with this color, and at the final I need to put the shadow like this, and another one for this part like this. And this one like this, and yeah, we have already this part, and yeah, we have already the body. We can continue with the, no, we missed these parts. On this part we need to paint on this part, all this part with the same color, and these ones makes like this, and this part is a little bit more difficult than the other, how to say that, no, I don't remember, but yeah, it's like this. Like this one, and this one like this. We need to pass that like this, and paint that hardest this part, and yeah, we have already this part. Continue with the painting. We continue with the blues part. We will start with sky blue. It's this one, sky blue, and paint all the brand like softly on all these parts, and from this part a little bit. No, from this part is this part softly, and from this part a little bit hard. No, softly on this part, not hardly from this part. Yeah, we have all this part already, and softly this part. Continue with a little bit more darkness color. We need to paint this part like this, make an line, and another one like that, and paint these parts and these parts like this, and we have already. And for this part we need to use more dark blue, a little bit more deepest, and we have already this part. If not, I will use a black color to make that like darkness. Like that, and pass again the blue, and we have already this first one. I will continue from to this part, doing the sky blue is all part, but this is like very soft. I will paint like this. We have already this part. With this one we need to make some light like this, and another one like this, and paint all this part with this color. We'll paint that with circles, and with these ones paint the other ones. The rest of the color, and we have already this part. Like this and this. I will pass again this color, the sky blue, we have already this part. I will use another dark blue for some details. No, with the black color we can do some details, like some triangle, like this, another one like this. Yeah, we have already this part. Paint a little bit more harder this part. Like this. And yeah, we have with the other color this part like this. I will use a little bit more this color to pass that on this part. And yeah, we have already these parts and continue with this band. And finally the boots. No, yeah, the boots and this one with the sky blue, very soft. And recording. Yeah, I'm recording. And with the other blue, make some illumination from this part. Like this. And on the top, adding the other color like this. And pass again this other blue. And yeah, we have already this part. And continue with this one. With these ones, I will make some details like this one, and this ones like this. Paint all this part. Yeah, like all this part with the with this color, like this. And this part, I need to use another color. Like this, and pass again this other blue. Yeah, like this, I think. And pass again this blue. And yeah, we have already this part. It's yeah, it's gonna look the boot. From the boot, we need to use a red color from this part. Yeah, I will using a magenta color, but it's good. From this part, this other part. On the middle, we need to use an yellow and a little bit of green. I will use this one. It's a normal green or a little bit deepest, but yeah, pass that and again the yellow color. And obviously in the rest parts I will paint that with the sky blue at first. Like this, and yeah, we have already this base, and with one more darkness color I will use the royal blue paint this line like this. Like this, and so make some shadows on this part. And paint all this part, but before I need to paint the shadows a little bit more darkness and the rest with this color. Like this, and on this part we will put the black color to make some difference. And yeah, we have all raised ones, and with this part we need to use the same second color and the shadow like this and like this. And finally from this part I will add the color and the shadow. Like this part we have the I will pass this other color to have more. Yeah, like this, and continue with these other ones. We need to use these other ones, red color or a magenta's color, but we think it's good using a magenta's color. And we add a yellow color from this part and the green color. And again this color and continue with the sky blue. Like this. And with this one and shadow like this, and from this part we need to make the other ones and to make a difference using a black color, and on this internal part finally using this color. And from this part we need to use all the dark color and dark shadow like this. And for this part we need to use this color. Need to use these ones and continue painting this part, and with the other color make the shadow. And from this part we need to do the same and make this part with the other color, and this part is the same like these ones. And yeah, I will pass that and continue with these ones like this, and we have already the boots. I think we can continue with the hair. It's difficult, but yeah, we need to paint all this hair with a red color, very soft, that not pushing, and yeah. yeah, we have already this part with a pencil and the same color. We need to do the shadows with this one. I can't paint that with this color. And yeah, some shadows is more light and some less darkness, like from this part and this part like this. We will do this hair by hair, and then for this part we need to do paint this part and make this like on the black white part, and yeah, like this. From this part we need to use like the same, like this, making some white parts and continue like this ones. And from this part we need to pass another gray, and yeah, from this part I pass these other ones and this one another ones like this. And from this part we need to use these ones like this, and I think we need to continue with these ones. Let me check. I will use a pencil for this one and continue with these ones like this, and I will put like paint for this part and this other part also, and the rest no, from this part and these other parts with the gray color like this. And yeah, and from this part we have already this part, and we can continue with these ones. It's no, yeah, with these ones. We will make another line for this one, and like this. And for this internal part I will use this color like this, and this like this, and we have already these ones. I will pass the pencil like this to make some differences, and yeah, we will continue with these ones. And yeah, I will paint with pencil this and these other parts the same. Like this, and continue with the other parts like this, and from this part like this. Continue doing this part like this. And this one like this. And yeah, we have already this one, and continue with this other one like this. And yeah, we have already the hair. We need to do this part, and finally doing this part. And yeah, we need to paint like this. And like this. This whole one like this. And yeah, the rest with the pencil. Like this. And this part we need to paint that like this and pass the recolor. From this part we need to paint like very fast this part to be little bit light, and this part is like very hard, and the rest of this one is normal like this. And continue with these other ones from like this part, and with these other ones like this. And we have a little bit some of the hair like this, and I need to do these ones like this. I'm painting that with these ones and past the color and painting with these other ones the hair. Finally we need to paint these ones like this and pass the pencil color on this part. These ones like this, and yeah, we have already the hair, and we need to continue with the pants. We need to use 3 types of how to say orange. I will use or a red color, everything you have. Yeah, like a red color, similar like an orange. And yeah, that's it. Let me check which one is the darkness and which one is the light. Yeah, I will use this one. It's not the light one to paint all the pants, and continue. I don't push that because I need to put the shadows. And the first one on this part we will need to use the red one from this part like this, and these other ones like this. Yeah, we need only doing the darkest ones. Yeah. Uh, yeah, let me check in which part there are this part. Yeah, from this part, these ones, and this part, another ones, like this, and the other orange continue. And then we call the painting, and these ones from this part. Yeah, it's this, and continue with this other part, and this part I will mark that with this color, and yeah, this other part is like on the middle, the dark pigments, the deepest ones, and yeah, this part is like this one is like this, and finally this one is like this one, like the red ones, and yeah, with this one, and finally on this part we need to complete all these ones like this. I will need to change this point because they are broken. I need to paint all these how to say, in these pants with the lightest one and continue. I don't know why these ones is too bad color. I don't want to be that small because it's not my color. It's from my brother, and yeah, I can vote someone, but I don't know how, in which part I can put some colors and of my house, obviously. But yeah, we can continue. I need to paint all this part. I paint that because it's more easy to me. Paint all this part easily, and yeah, it's not the shadows already. If the quality of the camera and the video is bad, is from my camera. Sorry for that, because I'm recording with a no cell phone, and yeah, it's not the best ones, and yeah, I will change that when I can't. I can do it, but today no. Paint this one like this, from this part like this, and yeah, paint this part like this, and paint in this part, paint that like this, and continue doing this part like this. And yeah, I will pass the no Let me check some parts I missed. These parts I need to do that like this. These other ones like this. Some ace layer and this part like this. These other ones like these ones. And the second, no, the third one like this, and continue doing this part like this, and this part is like this, and I need to paint these parts. I don't like this point because that makes the paint very imperfect. On this part we need to paint some parts, and yeah, from this part we need to paint that like this, and yeah, we need to paint this part like this ones. Yeah, I think that it's for this part, and we need to continue with this other orange color, and that is the biggest part. Now I think we can continue with these ones because with the lightest ones, because it's only some parts. Like this, in this top of part you need to paint this in this part like this, and this one's with this other color like deepest color, and for this one I will paint this shadow, and this part like this, and with these other ones like these ones, and yeah, these ones is like the deepest. And continue with this part. I will paint all this part, and on this part is obviously need to be like darkness, and the rest of this part we need to paint that with the lightest color. And yeah, we have already this part. I will pass it again this color to make like a combination of these ones, and on this internal part it's only the dark color, and we have already these ones. Continue with these ones. Let me check the lightest color, and the rest is the hardest, no, the medium. Like invert the painting. Like from this part and this part and this part, I need to paint that like that till this part, and continue painting this part like this, like this. We need to paint this part now, this part, and this part, internal part, we need to paint that like this one, and the rest of this part. This one is the lightest, and yeah, on this part we need to paint this one. I need to use a sharpener on this part. Like this, and like these ones like this, and the rest of these ones like this. We have already ended this draw. We only need to add some shadows, and from this part we need to do these ones like this. I will pass the color on this part and paint all this part. All ones like this, and this, and this. From this part we need to paint these ones. Yeah, with this dark deepest ones, this one, and from this part like a triangle. Like this, like this, and yeah, finally we need to use the lightness color to paint the rest of the pants. With this one's paint all this part. And with the rest part we need to paint that with the medium color, and Yeah. And yeah, finally we have all raised part. I only to make some lights. Yeah, to pass that I need to paint all this part, the orange parts, with a yellow color to have a more yeah, difference and combinations. This part is like this, and yeah, we have already this drawn. And yeah, we have already this draw. And yeah, thank you for that. I it look kind little bit bad, but it's not like that because yeah, with the like the camera is makes that difference. And yeah, that is for today. And yeah, put your like. No, we can't do it better. I will pass the this color on all this part. But let me use the sharpener. Yeah, you can look. Yeah, and past the color on all the draw, obviously respecting the white part. And yeah, like that. And I will be past a white color on the hair and finally on the body. and the red color makes the effect of power. And the hair and the head. Yeah, that makes the Ultra Instinct power. Let me put this one like this and feel more comfortable to and yeah, we have already this part. Finally, I will pass a paper on this rod to clean that like this. And we have already the draw. Yeah, it's look better. And yeah, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the draw, and that's it.